well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Now Saquon Barkley, a man who played collegiately here in the Keystone State. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll get this up to about the 40.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
They try and run on 1st down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Many times when a play breaks down and the quarterback's moving around outside of the pocket, you're thinking just get rid of something short. But a lot of guys are coached, think deep, take the big shot, hoping someone can get lost behind the secondary. They weren't able to connect on that one.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Kadarius Toney, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are going to take a 1st quarter lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. That was close to a big play. Just a little bit too far that he was led. He caught it but couldn't stay in bounds, Charles.
Yeah, I'm not very good at these sort of things, but I have to believe the farther you are downfield, the less your margin for error in throwing the ball, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, so they gave it a good effort there. Really tried, just couldn't complete it.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Now a handoff looking right. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out of a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 81 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. 30, 20. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it. I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And able to steer clear of that first tackler as he works his way forward for about 4. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now a handoff here to his running back. A good move on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Check 26, check 26.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. And he'll give it here to his running back. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 143 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Now a handoff here to his running back. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Past the 20. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Second half begins with a run from Barkley. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back in their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon. They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Giants take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps, to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 28-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. With it on the return is Logan. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. On the move to his left. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a handoff as they run left side. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And again this time to the tailback. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take this one in for the Eagle touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. Down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all, and if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
106 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Now Saquon Barkley. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. They'll run with Barkley. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Giants are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. A short kick taken at the 18. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On play action, they'll throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked by Kenneth Murray.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. And the Eagles Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Back to throw now on first down. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's brought down. A nice little juke move that preceded it, but not much thereafter. On second and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Now that Eagle offense will stay out there as he'll go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
That one looks like he'll throw here. The 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this.